Chief. How's it going?
Hey, Terry, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, why don't you pull up a chair and have a seat?
Today is Terry Ramirez's first day on the job as a police officer in the Evansville Police Department. Zachary Gentile is a veteran officer. He has been the chief of police in Evansville for 7 years. For each new recruit that enters into his department, Chief Gentile chooses to personally train them for 1 week. Terry was a top recruit and an A student while at the police academy.
Come on, Billy, move it.
Sandra is a senior at Roosevelt High School in Evansville. She is an A student and has been accepted to the University of Texas on an academic scholarship. Tonight is the night she has chosen to lose her virginity. She has been planning the evening for several weeks, knowing that tonight her father will go out of town on a business trip. Randy Stevens has been dating Sandra for 3 years. Tonight will be his first time to have sex also. He came close to losing his virginity once when he was 14. It was with a girl he had met at a Presbyterian church camp revival. He didn't go through with it when the girl told him it was a sin to have sex before marriage. Mark, Randy's weightlifting partner and best friend, is also a virgin.
Okay, Terry, one of the things that's most important to me in your role as a police officer is that when you come in for your 8-hour shift, you go home after your 8-hour shift. Officer safety is very important, and that's something that you have to keep in the back of your mind at all times. For yourself, for other officers, and for the folks out on the street that you're taking care of. Okay?
Right.
Right, come on in here. These are two of the officers you're going to be working with. This is George.
Hi.
This is Tom.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Good.
Go, George. See you guys later. Thanks. Okay, Terry, one of the things that's really important is that there's some folks around here that are not too keen on the idea of a female police officer, okay? George and Tom, they're all for the program. I firmly believe there's a role for females in here as well as males. There's going to be some things that you can do a lot better than the male officers. Rape case, for example.
Right.
The victim definitely would rather talk to a female. But one thing I want you to keep in mind that I'm real serious about, you run into any problems because of the fact that you're a female officer, I want you to bring it directly to my attention, and I will handle it right from the beginning.
Okay.
Understood?
Yep.
Okay.
Rob and Billy both had less than 6 months left on their sentences when they escaped from the Woshaki Correctional Farm. Rob was serving time for smoking marijuana near a school. Billy had beaten his stepfather with a baseball bat in retaliation for physically abusing his mother. While incarcerated, Billy suffered a mental breakdown due to the inhumane conditions inside the facility. The two feared for their safety, which prompted their escape.
Hello?
Barbara is a 6th grade school teacher at Jackson Elementary. Angie, also a teacher at Jackson Elementary, wants to set Barbara up on a blind date. Barbara is apprehensive. 2 years ago, Barbara suffered a miscarriage. A month after the miscarriage, she came home one day early from school to find her husband in bed with a woman from his work. He then moved in with the woman and left Barbara. Barbara has not been out with a man since her ex-husband. Reluctantly, she agrees to go on the date.
You know, Terry, the one nice thing about this job is you never know from one day to the next what it's going to be like. One day it can be so boring you think your shift is never going to end. Then you're going to have days where you're going to go from call to call to call. and get that baptism of fire. And that's what I love about this job. Because you never know what day it's going to happen.
Rob and Billy reach the edge of town where they look out over Evansville. Knowing they must get rid of their clothes and find transportation, they devise a plan. Rob suggests breaking into an empty house. Billy is uncomfortable with the idea, but agrees it is their only option.
Dad? What you doing?
Trying to get ready to go to Houston. It's been a long day today. Boss jumping up and down my throat. Now I've got a puddle jumper to catch and I don't want to go, but I've got to pay the bills.
Unbeknownst to his daughter, Saunders' dad, Steve, suffers from obsessive-compulsive disorder and panic attacks. Since he was 14 years old, flying has been one of his worst fears. He has packed and repacked several times. The repetitive compulsions help to ease his anxiety over his fear of flying. The condition has worsened since the death of his wife. Sandra also suffers from the passing of her mother. She and her father don't discuss this subject.
You gotta get the yard work done, right?
Yeah.
And the dishes?
Mm-hmm.
You have my cell phone number?
Yeah.
Steve does not like to leave Sandra, especially after the passing of her mother, but his job requires that they fly to Houston for 2 days. Steve has been anxious about the flight all day, but confident he can overcome his fears. He has not flown in over 5 years, at which time he began to have many nightmares about dying in a plane crash. He had similar dreams when he was a teenager, but as an adult, the dreams have become more frequent.
All right, dude, go get him, man.
All right, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. I'll just chill here.
Mark and Randy have stopped at the supermarket so Randy can buy condoms for the evening. Randy has never purchased condoms. Worried about her reputation, Sandra made Randy promise not to tell anyone they were going to have sex. Randy promised, but broke that promise when he told his best friend, Mark.
What's up, Lisa?
Hey, Randy, how's it going?
Getting by. How you doing?
Good. So, you going to that party tonight?
No. I'm going over to Sandra's house. We're gonna watch a movie. So,
Oh, that's cool. Tell her I said hi.
no problem.
How'd you do on that history test?
I got a 96. So,
That's cool.
yeah, my parents are pretty stoked about it.
I bet. Did you
Yeah.
study or did you cheat?
Cheated. But,
Did you find everything you needed?
you know what? I forgot something. I'll be right back.
I'll wait.
It might take me a while to find it, so don't worry
All
about
right.
it. All right.
Bye,
Take it
Randy.
easy.
Take care.
So you look a little empty-handed there.
I ran into Lisa, 7th period.
So?
I don't want this getting all over school. Not just for me, but for Sandra. She was really adamant about keeping it a secret. Let's just go somewhere else, man. The more discreet, the better.
So, like, you springing for the coffee or what? Huh? Come on. What are we getting?
Cappuccino.
Princess Grace coffee.
Princess Grace.
Oh, Kelly.
How are you doing today, John?
Just peach.
Aren't you gonna get anything to eat?
What do you get?
I don't know. How about one of these? These are good.
Like healthy?
Yes, you'll be all right.
I'll try anything once.
I need to get a lid for my coffee.
Okay.
Been a slow night tonight?
Very slow, and I hope it stays that way. But you never know. Why do you need a lid? Good policemen never spill their coffee.
myself.
Shouldn't ask me why I
I'm
didn't
still a
have one.
rookie.
Very. You ready? See you guys.
You too. See ya.
Before joining the police academy, Terry spent 2 years in the armed forces. She had thought about becoming a lawyer, but chose police work so that she could have a direct influence on changing people's lives and helping them. Barbara's date was scheduled to pick her up at 8 o'clock. It is now 8:30. All she knows about her date is that his name is Carl. He works in radio, and like her, he is also divorced. Angie has been trying to set Barbara up with Carl for 6 months, but Barbara has refused until tonight.
Deep breath.
Great, Angie. You sent me to a place that has no doors. Fantastic. You know, this is going to be a great night. I'll just make her come to me then.